I only do 3.
That's the most out of any team that I do.
I do 3 with every team.
Oh, you're a hardo.
All right, we're here.
People will say, "Wow, Sam, you look really dark." Not anymore. For that
There
lighting.
you go. Brought it back.
All right, we made it. Yeah, we're here. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's another game today. I've had entirely enough of watching the Celtics. Done. Yeah, please tell them that they can't get Wembanyama. I don't know. I don't know if they know, but it's too late.
My thing is, oh, fist bump. Sorry, I have something covering the chat. Hello, Dad. My thing yesterday is I saw, and I've come to this conclusion. I'm gonna lump you in, even though you shouldn't be lumped in, but just to, like, to prove a point. So just know that I'm not blaming you. I'm just lumping you in to, like, make a point. Whenever the Celtics lose, a lot of fans kind of fall back on, like, their default blame placer. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, Sam will say they shot too many threes, right? Again, just lumping you in.
I thought Tatum sucked. That's my thing.
I agree with you.
Tatum went
like
40
on Twitter. The people who hate Missoula will blame Missoula. The people who hate Grant will blame Grant. The people, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's true.
In a loss like the Knicks one, where, in my opinion, I think the biggest things in that one were, what the fuck are you here, Grace? Hello. It's my sister. I think the biggest things in that game were the Celtics. Jason Tatum took bad threes. Obviously, that was mostly at the end of the game.
Did you see his shot chart?
Oh, it's terrible. I know
it looked like a penis.
I saw you retweeted it. It was awful. It did. But I thought the biggest things were the Knicks got a lot of easy buckets in transition. I thought the Celtics didn't get back near, like, quick enough, as quick as they needed to. And I thought the Celtics smoked a lot of easy shots in the paint, right? Like, for as many bad shots as the Celtics took, around the perimeter, like, the Celtics were playing, like, it's just missing everything. Like, Horford missed a couple bunnies. Derek White, I think, missed one. Jason Tatum would miss. Like, they were missing easy shots in the paint. And if they make even, like, 3 of those, it's a completely different game. And obviously, I didn't like the shots Jason Tatum was taking at the end of the game there. I didn't like some of the ones Jaylen Brown took in the middle of the game. The Celtics very much, if their first offensive game plan doesn't work, too often do Tatum and Brown just say, okay, don't worry, I'll just take a shot myself, right? They need to get back to the multiple paint touches they were getting at the start of the season, and getting the good threes rather than the bad threes. And I will say, like, as much it was a frustrating loss, like, the specific shot they got at the end was a good shot. Like, that is what they needed to be doing. Exactly. That's what they needed to be doing the entire.
And I agreed with you on Twitter.
Exactly. They need to be doing that the entirety of overtime, rather than just having Tatum chuck threes at the top of the key, right? And, like, he took a lot of threes, like 17 threes is a lot.
17's a lot.
Tatum. However, I will say, if he was getting the threes the right way, I don't care how many he takes. The issue is he doesn't take the threes the right way.
Yeah, they're lazy.
Therein lies the problem. Yes.
It's lazy shot selection. That's the problem. That's what I mean when I complain about the threes. Because you do always make a good point that a lot of the times they're creating good threes. They're moving the ball, they're driving, touching the paint, kicking guys open. Some days they just don't go in. And when it doesn't go in, it does annoy the hell out of me regardless. But last night was not the case. In overtime, they felt the need to try and get a 3 every time down the floor, and it didn't work out for them. They didn't realize that if you make 2s, they eventually add up. I'm sick of seeing it. I'm sick of it. There's a terrible weekend of Celtics basketball. I'm sick and tired of them losing to teams they shouldn't lose to. Are the Knicks a fine team? Sure. They didn't have Brunson, who's really their only good player. I don't care how many points Randall had. And also, Jack, I know you're not going to care about this, but they had that dumbass quickly dancing on the floor, and they did nothing. Like, I'm serious. Like, they should have.
What do you want them to do?
Somebody should have hit him. Like, not punched him, but somebody should have gave him a hard foul.
You can't do that.
He made the first 3 of the game, and he was showboating the entire game. Somebody's going to set him straight. I know it's an old man take, and I know you don't agree with it, and I it's fine that you don't agree with it. Like, I get it. But, somebody should have, like, clotheslined him.
No,
he needed to be, like, set straight.
Quickly played very well. Quickly played really good. He was making tough shots.
Some would say too well.
Spots. Sure, yeah, if you want to say too well. He was playing great. He's having a good season, though, and he's having a good stretch. There's that. But, yeah, he played well. It's tough. I saw a lot of people crapping on Grant on the timeline. Didn't really make sense to me. The way I said it was like, if you're going to crap on Grant, last night was not the game to do it, right? You had plenty of time up until that point to complain about Grant. Like this was probably one of his better games in a long time. Like
It
I thought
was
he
one of
did
his
well on
better
defense.
games. Not a lot of good defense down the stretch. Had one block, had a good block. To his credit, he did have a
He
good
was
block.
fine on defense.
He fine. He got cooked by quickly every time.
I don't blame that as much on Grant as I do. Why the fuck are you switching it? You're giving them the switch. I blame it on the Celtics defensive scheme, and I blame that
That's
on Joe
fair.
Mazzulla. And I don't blame Joe Mazzulla much, but like this is something I saw a lot on Twitter, and I agreed with this more than the blame Grant thing. They didn't even try to not switch. Like they would freely give the switch whenever it happened. And excuse me, sorry. One of Quickly's threes that went on like, the ball is life highlight tape or whatever was just them setting a screen, Grant dropping back to cover, and Horford still being stuck on the screen. Like they're actively trying to switch, right? And the Celtics can play switch defense, and they're very, very good at it, but you don't have to do it, right? Like if it's not advantageous, you don't have to, right? Like Derek White, fight over the screen. Grant can cover for Derek White.
Yeah, there's
and then
hedge.
Drop back onto his guy. Exactly. But like they were freely giving the switch. And I thought Grant Williams did okay on Quickly for what it is, but like as much as we say he can guard anybody, he's not great against these quick guards, right? And of quick guards, Quickly's probably one of the fastest guards in the league, right? So
also Celtics, by the way, not a lot of rebounds when they needed them yesterday.
They were
couldn't get a stop as
team.
it was, and then they'd finally get somebody to miss, and they'd be like, "Oh, have another chance."
Yeah, they did a great job rebounding the ball the whole game, and the final like 2 overtimes, just nothing. Could not.
That kills me. That was the game they shouldn't have lost. That's what kills me. It's not like the loss to Milwaukee, as annoyed as I was, really like it was like me like grasping at straws to be annoyed. But these last 2 games are kind of unacceptable. More so the Nets game.
The Nets game was a lot
up
worse.
$1 million. But that was a game yesterday you should have been able to take control of and win. They didn't have Brunson. Randall's playing out of control. Sorry, Landon. You're getting killed by these guys that are just like fine. Like you're not losing to a superstar stacked team. You're just getting outplayed, out hustled. It's not about the talent. It's about literally try. Just try. Don't get out rebounded in overtime. It's that simple.
Yeah, and I mean, it's easy to say you miss Rob in that scenario, and obviously you do, but like the Celtics just have a tendency to slack off at the worst times and take bad shots at the worst times, and it's become a consistent thing. And I tend to agree with what Al Horford says, because like if Al Horford feels okay, then I feel okay, and if Al Horford's worried, I feel worried. That's what I'm saying, though.
It's like the dad tells you it's going to be okay.
His feeling is sort of like my barometer for the team. And teams go through rough patches, right? And it's like the conversation we had ahead of the Knicks game yesterday. Like it's just not a historically good Celtics team because they don't have the mental to be that. And that's fine, but this is just a really bad rough patch right now. And I think a lot of it is they're abandoning the offense that worked for a lot of the season. Like I said, the driving to the paint and the kicking it out, good threes instead of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown chucking threes, and they're diving back too deep into the offense that failed them at the beginning of last year. And it's been a consistent problem for the Celtics for the past 3 years. And on top of that, I mean, we're talking a lot about offense. The laziness on defense is too much at times as well. Like, and a part of it, that is the scheme. Part of that is just giving up switches no matter what every time, right? Not great. The off-ball help is too much. Like they're leaking off of shooters a lot. I don't know if that is the game plan or if that's just the Celtics trying to help. But like if Al Horford is guarding like anybody on a drive, you don't need to help off of a corner shooter. Like that's just not a good. Like that's just bad, right? You talk about how like, layups are better than threes all the time. Yeah, but on the flip side, the Celtics are also like choosing to give up threes and guard the paint. And that's something the Bucks do really well. But when it is Jaylen Brown like half-heartedly helping on a drive, on an Al Horford drive, and not cutting off the pass, that's an easy open 3 every time. And so there's just these little things that when the Celtics are on, they play great, right? Like they can shut down the Knicks for possessions. We saw it. We saw them force a shot clock violation late in the stretch. We saw them make multiple great reads. Jason Tatum on the last play of the game made a great play, got it to Al Horford in the corner. But when they're at their worst, they're blowing their lead. And it goes from a 10-point, 14-point Celtics lead to a 10-point Knicks lead. And just they play so lackluster for stretches that the leads evaporate like that. And that's the
Yep.
problem for the Celtics. You can have bad possessions, right? Like every team has bad possessions. There are always miscommunications, but it's when you compound that miscommunication with a bad shot. And then that bad shot clanks off the rim and Josh Hart runs it in transition against an open bucket. You know what I'm saying? It's the avalanche that the Celtics cause every time the other team goes on a run. It's very tough. And like Andrew says, yeah, Celtics bench is different without Brogdon.
Don't
but
care.
like this team is smart enough to not make the mistakes they're making right now.
Don't care. Doesn't matter.
And it's tough. And I mean, credit Andrew. Like, I'll credit the Knicks. They played great. Like, the Knicks did everything they had to do in order to win the game. Exactly. Julius Randle, as much as you clown on him, he made tough buckets. He made tough shots, and that's what his game has been built on for the past 2 years. And, whatever. Credit to him. Manuel quickly getting to the paint, making good three-pointers. I said I was sitting next to Cam Tabata by the Celtics lab up on the 9th floor. Before he even took that shot to start the game, I said, Quickly's going to have a stupid good game tonight. I can just feel it. She made everything. Quickly made everything. RJ Barrett was aggressive. Josh Hart was making good plays, right? Like, credit the Knicks. They played well, and they're hot right now. But for as well as the Knicks played, the Celtics let them do that. They crumbled, and it's a cliche to say they played down to the level of competition, but I don't even think of that anymore. Like, they're just not playing up to the standard that they've set for themselves. And if my dad's saying a player was fun to watch on the other team, they fucking popped off. Like that's how Quickly had
we get a
ridiculous game. Oh, what?
Can we ban him?
No, we're not banning him.
They literally should have snapped his ankle. He wants to dance, snap your ankle.
I skipped John's trivia question. What was it?
He asked who the last 1 seed to come out of the East was.
The 1 seed in the East?
Was it? It wasn't Cleveland.
Were the Bucks the 1 seed 2 years ago? In 2021?
No.
You sure?
No, Philly was, and they lost to the Hawks.
Okay. So the year before that, was Toronto the 1 seed?
Toronto was not.
2018 Cavs. The Cavs had to have been
Cavs
the 1 seed.
Cavs were 4 because they weren't
one of their years.
Celtics at home.
One of their years, though, they had to be the 1 seed.
Celtics had the 1 seed in 2017. Hawks had it in 2016.
2015.
Oh, maybe they didn't have it in 2016. The Hawks had it in 2015.
I feel like the Cavaliers had to have had the 1 seed one of those years. And if they didn't, maybe you look at...
No, the Raptors were the 1 seed in 16.
Okay.
So LeBron never made the finals with the Cavs as the 1 seed.
It had to be the Heat then. It has to be the Heat then. One of those Heat teams was absolutely the 1 seed.
The Heat were number 2 and 12 because the Celtics were 4. And the Bulls were 1. It must 2013 Heat. That's or maybe 2014 Heat. No, because the Pacers got the 1 seed in 14. So the Heat in 2013.
Unless it's the 08 Celtics, if we want to go deep back. Let me know, John. That trivia question gives me false hope. What is it? You got to give us the answer.
What is it?
You got to tell us. I hope this wasn't like you asking us, because if it's trivia, you better have the answer ready.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, Celtics have a chance tonight to bounce back in a big way. But coming out of the All-Star break, I said this 7-game stretch is going to be huge. Well, they need to.
It's me and the boys out there against one of the most stacked front courts in the game, and Horford and Williams aren't playing. Tatum's not playing. Brogdon is not playing.
Brogdon is playing.
He is playing.
I believe, yes.
Tatum's out. Horford's out. Rob's out.
No, I have the answer. Just give me a sec.
Give you a sec. You weren't ready to go. You complained that we didn't do the trivia. Then you're not ready.
It's funny.
Can we get a ban?
That's awesome.
Let's be my new ban.
When Sam's in a bad mood, he's just going to start banning. Hello, Lewis. Welcome in. Sam's in a banning mood, so just watch your words.
Tell you what, I was at the because I'm kind of sick of talking about the Celtics. I was at the gym today, and this kid asked me to spot him, and I was really happy he didn't need help. Like I'm happy he didn't need help, because I even I couldn't do it. It's just I didn't know what to I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know, am I supposed to stand over him? I don't want my balls over his forehead. That's weird.
No, you're supposed to stand. You're supposed to stand over. And
I was behind.
I don't even go to the gym, and that's what
I was good. I would have had him.
15, 16.
I could have sworn the Raptors had the 1 seed that year. But anyway,
maybe they were a year later.
Then he told me he was trying to look like me, and I just said, "Really? I'm not jacked or anything. I'm in okay shape, but I'm not like that."
Jared asking, "Hey guys, some trivia for you. What does my wife want for her birthday?"
Not what you get.
What do
I want for dinner? I have 800 calories left to eat. What should I eat?
Oh man, I had some chicken. That's all I've eaten today. I haven't eaten much today. I had McDonald's last night though. I was pissed when I was coming home because the red line was fucked up. So I just rage.
Oh, that's right. McDonald's. You had to take the bus.
It was bad. Yeah, it was horrendous. Awful. And it was double OT too, so I was taking the bus at like 1.
Yeah, like I was mad as hell, and I didn't have to go anywhere. I was just like kind of mad that I had to stay up for it.
Yeah, it was tough. I didn't even stay for Tatum's presser because I didn't want to wait. Julius
I
Randle won
will
player of the week.
say,
Knicks are hot. I mean, the Knicks are playing well.
I will say, I do like Tatum's comments, like in these press conferences. Like the best thing he said is he's like, "Yeah, I don't get my head because I don't read what you guys write. Like I don't listen to you guys." Like, good for him.
Yeah, it's fair.
I mean, still play better, but you know.
Just to play devil's advocate, and I don't believe this, but like I think I don't even remember if I saw it or I just thought of it. There is a piece of me that thinks like the Celtics. I think Keith Smith wrote this in his takeaways today. Like the Celtics don't really care about the end of the regular season because they only focus on the playoffs, and so they're just not really trying. But Keith's counterpoint was like, but if you falter now, then it could affect how you play in the playoffs, so you can't really be doing that.
Agree with that.
So. William saying Celtics are not a championship team. Defense not playing well. This is the type of like this is just taking it like 2 bridges too far for me, right? Like I still think the Celtics are capable of winning a championship. Are they struggling right now? Yes. Are they ass right now? Yes. But like they've shown that they can win a championship. And what is this now? 5-game stretch of struggles isn't gonna like tell me like they're not a good championship team.
I'll tell you what, it's put some doubt in my head.
Sure, yeah. But
it's giving me a little bit of doubt.
I'm not ready to go.
They also made me like $110 the last 2 games because I bet on them to lose when they were up big and they lost. So it's still not enough.
The Knicks can make a run, 2021 Hawk type of vibes.
I disagree.
If there was a team
maybe
that
if they
could
play
do
Philly.
it, yeah. If there was a team that could do it, if they get the right seeding, I'd probably go with the Knicks. But I stand by what I said. I think the Knicks are a team that's going to make life really hard for an opponent in the first round. Maybe get to the second round if the chips fall their way, but that's where I cap them out, is a second round team, which is fine. Like that's still a really good year for the Knicks.
Yeah,
especially
it's better than being in the lottery.
Yeah. Did they make the playoffs last year? They didn't make the playoffs last
year.
No.
They made it that one year as the 4th seed, and then Trae Young took care of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then Randall forgot how to play because there were people in the stands.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Now he just plays football. He does what people say Giannis does.
I will say, like, if the Knicks get the right draw, like, let's say they get the 6th seed and they play. No. I'm deleting the comment. Let's say the Celtics play, or excuse me, the Knicks play the 76ers in the first round, like you said, like, and Embiid or Harden goes down or something like that, right? And like I think they could upset them. I think they could maybe even upset the Cavs, right? Like I think if the Knicks go into the playoffs with enough momentum, feeling good, like I think there's a chance. I don't think they could beat, as much as I want to say it, like I think they'd make life really hard for the Celtics or the Bucks. I don't see them beating either in a 7-game series. And I know Andrew's going to come back with, well, they beat them, 3 out of the 4 games this season, but like in a playoff series,
Andrew's on the Kool-Aid like more than anybody I've ever seen.
Hey, it's fair. I mean, they're hot. Best PG in the East right now. Right now, he might be the best point guard. He might be the best point guard in the East. Right now, like in this moment, maybe.
Ben Simmons,
not obviously not.
Obviously,
don't do that.
Ben Simmons does not like playing basketball.
The defense have not played well. This is just factually incorrect. I mean, you can be mad at the team, but like to say the Celtics defense has been good all year when they're a top 4 defense is like just not correct. They've struggled lately. Obviously, I think they're allowing like 118 points per game since the All-Star break. So like they've been really bad in the last 5 games or 6 games. But like to say the Celtics defense has been bad all year is like, it's just not true.
It's not fun. Not fun to watch.
Not fun right now. No. But too bad Scal doesn't answer Scal with that psycho attitude during their pregame talk. Yeah, Joe Mazzulla's pressers are something special. They're interesting.
Scal, he was happy that they went for the 2-for-1 last night in overtime. I'll tell you that. Nobody loves the 2-for-1 like Scal does.
2 years ago, the Knicks had Alfred Payton. Now they have Jalen Brunson. That upgrade doesn't make them a title team. I'm sorry. They're hot. They're played real good. But no. Yes, Jalen Brunson is phenomenal. I agree with you. He might be the best point guard in the East right now.
This is fantastic.
Numbers lie.
About what? The Knicks?
He's still talking about the Celtics defense.
The Celtics defense?
Defense.
Right now, I don't think the Celtics are very good.
Not right now. The Celtics defense is terrible, but like this year, like I think they've been a good defensive team.
Yeah, they've struggled a little. The numbers say they're good. They
struggled at the start of the year.
Rating?
Yeah, 4th. They struggled at the start of the year. They're struggling right now, but like it's just a reactionary take, like because they've been bad lately, which is fine, and I get it, but so I don't know.
I'm sick of watching them. Give me some time off. This is not the time for back-to-backs. You got to plan your slumps better. Like I don't know. Because when like they lose and then they have like 4 days off and you just gonna sit on it for like a week, that's just as bad.
Yeah. Lewis saying, "Good." We had this whole conversation last time. Like they're not a historically great team. I think they are a championship caliber team. I still think they're in the mix for a title this year. Obviously, with how they're playing right now, it gives you some doubts because they suck, and they're playing like it. But yeah, right now they're not playing up to their standards, and I think it's as simple as that. They're not good right now.
Sam's life is so hard.
Stairs in yet? Maybe think of it.
No, I actually thought about that when I came in. I was like, they're almost done, but they're like, I still can't even like go up my stairs. And even if the stairs were ready, it's just like another set of stairs that it's hard for me to walk up right now because my knee. So my life is hard.
There you go.
I
Knicks
need
have
to,
winning records against
that.
Boston, Philly, Miami, and Cleveland. Don't put Miami in there.
I
like
really
just
don't care.
Yeah,
like, you can throw all the Knicks stats at me as you want, and like Randall's still one of your best players. Yeah, seriously, like the guy's like really like not skilled, and look, he's just fumbling around out there, and he gets lucky. Like I feel like I'm watching a Cinderella team when like not the team as a whole. Like I think Brunson is a good player. It's just like a repetitive running motion thing.
What happened to your knee?
That's what it is.
It's
just
like
a repetition thing.
Randall is all NBA.
But he sucks. Like he's not good. Like your eye test tells you that this guy is not good.
No, the way he plays looks like he shouldn't be good.
That's what I'm saying. Like how does he keep getting away with this?
But he is good is the thing. He is good.
Oh, I'm not convinced he's good. I'm just waiting for like the clock to strike midnight on Randall.
Also, season Celtics guards have been getting beat. Derek White is getting all the blocks because he's getting beat. Derek White is getting the blocks because he times it really well. Does he let some guards get by him? Yes, but that's because he can recover and get the block. Like it's what Robert Williams did all of last year. Like Al Horford's having a good defensive season. Derek White's been an all defensive caliber player. Marcus Smart has struggled at times, but he's still an all defensive caliber guard. You know, Jaylen Brown has struggled on defense. I'll give you that one. But Jason Tatum's still been a great defender. Like Celtics are not good on defense right now, but to say they haven't had a good defensive season, I just think is wrong. The numbers say it. I think I watched it. They've played well. I've seen them lock up teams. Do they have lapses? Yes, but that's just an overall problem with the Celtics. Like I just disagree, and that's fine. We can agree to disagree. That's okay. John saying I had a sprained ligament in my foot. I'm good now after 7 months of physical therapy. Damn. Sam, are you gonna go to physical therapy? Or are you not? That's not.
I'm trying not to. I'm just trying to rest, but it's really annoying. It's like I can walk and stuff, but then I try and do like anything I want to do, and it's like no. They should sign all of us. At least we try.
I love PT. Been hurt for 2 years, just getting back to work. Well, congratulations for getting back to work.
Good job.
I think I've only been to physical therapy like once. It was for my back. My back is still fucked up, but I just don't go back.
Your back's bad?
Yeah, my back's always been bad. The reason I went to physical therapy is because it got like flared up because what happened? Oh, I was in like a basketball league, right? And I probably said this on the show before. I was like 4'10" heading into high school, so I was tiny, right? But I and Sam can vouch. Usually I like to get down in the paint. I'll like be the big man. I like go for rebounds. And when I was 4'10", it was the same. But I was so small that no one boxed me out, so I could just like wrap my way in there, and get rebounds. But I grabbed the ball, and this other kid who was like, 6'1" or whatever, like huge. He grabbed the ball as well, and we were fighting for it. And he lifted me off the ground, and I just fell flat on my back, and it fucked me up.
It's so funny because you're like you're a big dude. Like you're actually like a big if we play. Like you're.
Well, this was when I was
just
small.
as tall as me.
This is when I was small.
I know, but your growth spurt is hilarious.
Oh yeah, crazy. Jack was painting pictures. Jack was tiny. It was worse.
Tell you what's not worse is when you take those Smash the Odds pregame picks, because the last 6 of the last 7 winners. Yesterday, me and him gave you winners. His pick today, presented by Smash the Odds at Smash Odds on Twitter. Follow for daily free picks. You can pay for the premium service and get the premium picks, especially during March Madness. kicks off tomorrow with conference tournaments. The Big East tournament starts tomorrow. You're going to want to have these picks all day. You'll be betting and getting the best intel. Mobley over 28.5 points, rebounds, and assists tonight. That's total. All the stats combined is the pick. My pick, Cavs spread. I've had enough of the Celtics team. Prove me wrong.
Right,
I bet money line against them and they won. I mean, it won
My
yesterday.
Celtics, my realistic bet is Derek White over 15.5 points. My hoping and praying, throwing a full court heave, is that Grant Williams getting a ton of minutes yesterday gives him some confidence, and he hits his over in points today, which
he did have
7.5
stretches where he looked confident.
And so
he had some
bleeds
big
over.
plays in that game. I picked the Knicks yesterday. They didn't do anything about it. Just like they didn't do anything about quickly dancing around. They didn't care. Somebody should have asked them about that yesterday.
This is tough, yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't think something.
I know you don't care.
Maybe it was.
That is very upsetting.
I don't know if
not have cared less.
Have they put out the starting lineup?
I didn't see. Well, I don't know. You're usually on that one.
I haven't seen the starting lineup anywhere yet. Oh, just kidding. Gary Washburn just put it out. Let me type it in the chat.
How about them Celtics Revolutionary War?
Oh,
you mean Civil War?
I hate the starting lineup. I hate the starting lineup.
Oh, Grant started it.
He's not, but I just don't really like
it. Should be good. I can't wait to watch this game.
Why? Like, why is this the starting? Like, why are we getting cute? That's my thing. Why are we getting cute with it? Like, maybe the theory is, let's keep Grant in a bench role so he can get comfortable in a specific role.
Is Muscala a cancer to the team? Hot take.
It's just like he hasn't been good since his first hot stretch with the team. Am I crazy? He hasn't been good.
No, I agree. He hasn't really given him much.
This is exactly what I thought. They are food.
You guys, I mean, Jack's dad's mad at me, but I think that might be the pick tonight. They don't have anybody to guard those guys. That's a good front court, and they have nobody to cover them.
Do you put that? Yeah, no, it's not great. Muscala just gets killed, man. And Lewis, I know you don't like Luke Cornett, but at least he doesn't get absolutely bullied in the paint. Like,
do you regret them trading for Muscala and wish they signed somebody else, like maybe an Nerlens Noel or something?
No, I don't have a problem with Muscala. I just don't think they're using him in the right way. And maybe that's another knock on Joe, but he can't be a 5. He has to be another Sam Hauser. Like, he just can't play the big man position. And he fell into this trap against the Cavs last time. Remember, that's when, Grant got his first DNP is because they threw Muscala out there for more size. But more size doesn't work when your 6'10" center gets bullied.
It'll be kind of fire if they DNP Grant tonight. It'll just be kind of funny. Because I don't think they're going to win anyway. I don't really. I'm not even convinced they're really trying to win this game. I just think they're just going out there and seeing what they can do with who they have.
I also disagree with this.
I don't know if they should have did that.
It just wasn't really worth.
The prices.
It wasn't worth the long-term investment, right? Because you'd have they wanted a first-round pick, so it'd have to be that. You'd have to trade Gallinari. You'd have to trade Pritchard. And he wasn't going to resign. He wants to go somewhere where he can start, and so he wasn't going to resign in Boston. So trading Pritchard, who you can trade this summer for a better return, a first-round pick with which you can trade this summer for a better return, and Gallinari, who could give you better depth next year for a guy who's going to be there for 40 games in a playoff run. It just doesn't seem worth it to me.
I don't know if I like that one. I just wonder if they would have benefited from being more flexible, but there's really nothing there.
Yeah, probably DK. DK is a good shot. I'm not a big Smash player. I spam Yoshi whenever I play because I'm bad, and I spam down B.
I used to play the one on the Wii.
There you go.
That one was kind of fire. It was fun.
Luke is load managing for April. That's a fire comment.
How about Luka and Booker yesterday?
Fun.
That was funny, and it's funny. Luka was like, "We waited for 3 seconds."
Yeah, I like that comment.
And then you had Booker trying to de-escalate it. Luka might have actually nailed on the head. He's kind of shook because Booker was like, "I'm not here to tattletale. Whatever. I like Luka. Whatever. He just said what you're supposed to say, but Luka didn't care." And then there was somebody out there posting a fake Kyrie quote that almost got me today. The only reason it didn't get me is because I couldn't find it anywhere except for the one place I had seen it yesterday. And it was everybody wants to act like they're tough now, or someone. It was a picture of him at the post game in his orange hoodie or whatever he was wearing.
Who is this?
It was some fake Kyrie quote, of him saying everybody wants to act tough.
That's funny. Phoenix saying you have to make a trade to put yourself at the top. I disagree. I think like as much as the Celtics are struggling right now, like rewinding back to their like they're a top team in the East, right? And even you look at the history of like championships, like what's the last team to make a big swing trade to put them over the top?
I was
Probably
going
the
to say the same
Raptors, right?
thing.
Probably the 2019 Raptors when they
That
traded for
doesn't even
Marc
count because
Gasol.
that was like off season. What
No,
like
Marc Gasol. Wasn't that in season?
was that in season? Maybe.
Yeah, that was in season because they traded Valanciunas
Gasol, by the way, one of my favorite Raptors of all time because he was really
because he
bad in
was
the bubble
terrible.
series.
Yeah, no, so that was probably the last one. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Gasol's
It
probably
doesn't
the
happen
question.
that often.
It
For
doesn't.
the amount of like people begging for trades, it really doesn't happen. Like maybe KD this year, but even then, like,
If they
will that
win,
work?
for
Like,
sure.
who knows?
Anyways, excuse me. We can sorry, I'm sure I saw something on Twitter about random stuff. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Hell
Especially
yes.
during this stretch where it's probably not exactly fun to
Yeah,
watch Celtics
like
basketball.
it's like
Uh,
we're all going through hard times. It's like COVID when
yes.
everyone sang Imagine. It's the same thing.
It's a good example. Good example. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Anything you want to say before we get out of here, Sam? Or I know you're excited to watch the
Say a
game.
prayer. We'll be doing something for you this week.
Yeah, we'll have a pod or something at some point.
Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know what my schedule's like. I'll talk to you after the show because
We'll figure it out. Yes.
But you know, go read our stuff on Heavy. I'm looking at my stats and I put in work today and I'm not happy. People aren't reading. They don't care.
No, I don't think mine have been
Yeah,
particularly.
you've only
good
been in
either,
the 200s all day.
No, I
Quick
have
break.
not. Are you on crack? I've been in the 100s for the past 5 hours. What
I
are we
wish I
doing?
could be.
Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it. Leave a like on the video, like Phoenix says. Leave a like. We appreciate
Hell
y'all.
yes.
Subscribe to the channel. How about them Celtics on YouTube? And yeah,
Latest
thank you guys
pod
for
is
tuning in.
up.
It is. Go check out the latest pod. We talk about the Nets game.
Mhm.
And I'm sure we'll have one this week talking about these two games as well. So
Mhm.
thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it very much. And we will see you guys on Wednesday.
Yeah, or maybe you'll
believe.
see us Wednesday morning.
All right. We'll see you guys then. Thank you guys for tuning in. Bye-bye. Peace out.